Carrie Hopkins' snowy day gamble. A break in the courtroom. The courtroom buzzed with the usual energy. People shifting in their seats, the faint murmur of anticipation as Judge Caprio prepared to hear yet another case. It was just another day at the courthouse, but this one was about to take an unexpected turn. Carrie Hopkins, a student at Rhode Island College, approached the podium, her voice a little shaky but determined. She was facing a charge of parking during a snow emergency. It wasn't exactly a unique case, but something about her demeanor caught the judge's attention immediately. "Get close to the mic, Carrie." Judge Caprio's voice cut through the air, his calm tone guiding her. He didn't know it yet, but today he'd be guiding Carrie through a moment that would teach them both a lesson in honesty, trust, and compassion. Carrie hesitated for a moment before speaking. "Well, Your Honor, I heard we were going to get snow," she began, trying to sound confident. "I parked at my friend's house, and, well, I didn't think it would be that bad. I didn't realize how much snow was going to come." Judge Caprio, sensing something was off, asked, "Who told you this? Was it the weather forecast? The meteorologist?" Carrie glanced at the floor for a moment, then back up at the judge, her eyes a little nervous. No, Your Honor. It was my parents. They said it was going to snow, not the meteorologist." The judge raised an eyebrow, not quite convinced yet, but curious. "All right, so you parked on the street. What else do you want to tell me about this?" Carrie shifted, her nerves showing. "I go to school at well, I was full-time, but I recently dropped a class. So now I'm not considered a full-time student." Judge Caprio nodded, listening carefully, then asked, "And when you picked up your car from the tow company, what did they tell you?" Carrie paused. "They told me, if I came to court, told the judge I was a student, and said I was poor, that I'd get a break. So that's why I'm here." Judge Caprio leaned forward, intrigued but also a bit suspicious. "Wait a minute. You're telling me the tow company, who charged you full price, said to come to court and I'd give you a break?" Carrie nodded, her voice a little smaller now. "Yes, Your Honor." Caprio could hardly believe it. "And you believed them?" Carrie shrugged. "Well, I thought, why not? I couldn't pay for the ticket, but I figured I'd give it a shot." The judge leaned back in his chair, a slight smile on his face. "Carrie, the more you say honestly, the more suspicious I get," he said, teasing her a little. "But let's be real here. You didn't get much snow. I'm guessing you didn't really need to park on the street. And now, with that dropped class, you probably have a lot of extra money to pay for the ticket, right?" Carrie's face flushed. "Actually, no. I didn't get refunded for the course because I already paid tuition, and, well, I can't pay it. I'm really sorry." Judge Caprio paused for a moment, the weight of the situation hanging in the air. He'd been doing this for years, hearing stories, analyzing faces, watching the signs of stress, the hesitation, the little tells that gave away a person's true feelings. He noticed her shaky eye contact, the lack of detail in her story, and the way she used the word honestly far too much. But there was one thing he couldn't fake: the smile. And Carrie had a genuine one. Despite her nerves, there was something in her expression that rang true to him. "Carrie," Judge Caprio said with a gentle but firm voice, "you've paid enough for the tow. I'm not going to charge you for the ticket." Carrie blinked in surprise. "Thank you so much, Your Honor. I really appreciate it." She smiled, her relief palpable. Her heart seemed to lighten in the room, and as she stepped down from the podium, she left not just with no ticket to pay, but with a story that would be remembered for much more than a simple parking violation. Judge Caprio watched her go, his mind already on the next case. But something about Carrie stuck with him. Something about her honesty, her struggle, and the way she owned up to the situation, even if it wasn't perfect. He had heard all the excuses, the deflections, the stories that didn't add up. But Carrie's sincerity had cut through the noise. Sometimes, Caprio thought to himself, it's not about the rules. It's about seeing the person standing in front of you. As for Carrie, she walked out of that courtroom lighter, her future a little bit clearer. And maybe, just maybe, she'd think twice before parking in a snow emergency zone next time.